At the start of the year, the annual question of who can beat Kilkenny had few possible answers. After the demolition of Waterford in the 2008 final, history beckoned for the Cats, who are very close to equalling Cork's record of 4 in a row All-Ireland hurling titles, achieved 65 years ago in 1944. The champions, spearheaded by manager Brian Cody and orchestrated by the great Henry Shefflin, still have the competitive edge and start the year as unshakable favourites. However, before the championship starts, Kilkenny are pushed all the way in the National League final before seeing off a dynamic challenge from Liam Sheedy's Tipperary. Suddenly it's clear that the champions won't be picking up a handy All-Ireland, as Tip, a mix of experienced winners from their 2001 triumph and exciting new young talent, offer a clear indication Kilkenny will not get it all their own way. Cork are obviously distracted by the latest battle between managers and officials in the county and have emerged with a new manager, former All-Ireland winner Dennis Walsh. There is also much interest in how Waterford can bounce back from 2008. How will Clare legend and manager Davy Fitzgerald master his troops after last year's massive loss to Kilkenny in the final? Limerick are considered dark horses in Munster. New manager Justin McCarthy, who brought Waterford to the highest levels in previous years, will not be short of motivation as both counties meet in the first round. Whatever happens later on, history will definitely be made in the Leinster Championship, with the addition of Antrim and Galway from Ulster and Connacht respectively. Under the new management of John McIntyre, Galway are expected to provide stiff competition for Kilkenny, with a scheduled meeting in the semi-finals. Finally, needing a manager with the top-level experience to give confidence and direction to the county's conveyor belt of talent, Dublin have turned to former Clare manager and playing legend Anthony Daly. They will be targeting a place in the Leinster final. The scene is set for a championship that will climax with one of the greatest All-Ireland finals in history. There could hardly be a tougher start to Tipperary's eagerly awaited campaign. Cork have had a turbulent start to the year, and manager Dennis Walsh has only had a few weeks to prepare the team, but this rivalry between the kings of Munster hurling is legendary. Tip stars Owen Kelly, Shane McGrath and Conor O'Mahony return to action as the Munster Championship starts with a bang.
It's a beautiful afternoon in Semple Stadium, Thurles. Temperatures averaging about 21, 22 degrees. It's going to be very warm in this field of dreams and legends. The reigning Munster champions welcome back Owen Kelly for his very first match of the season, and he starts at left corner forward. In the opposite corner is 18-year-old Noel McGrath, who'll be making his championship debut. Achieving the same milestone as centre-back Pádraig Maher, who will have the steadying influence of Newport's Conor O'Mahony to his left, who returns after illness. Full credit to Paddy Stapleton, who gets the number 2 jersey for the very first time in the championship team selection that is bubbling with potential and youthful exuberance. It's quite clear that Cork have taken the experienced option. Look at the half-back line, midfield and half-forward lines. Gardner, Curran and O'Halpine are 3 of the best ever. Tom Kenny and Jerry O'Connor are first-choice midfield partners for the Rebels since 2004, while the half-forwards consists of 1 O'Connor and 2 McCarthys. There are 2 newcomers, however, left corner back Conor O'Sullivan and full forward Saki O'Halpine, who, if he delivers on his potential, may well change the course of this game. Local rivalries lead to county rivalries, but surely there is nothing better than Cork and Tipperary in a Munster Championship. They meet today for the 79th time. Who will play Clare on June 21st in a Munster semi-final? It's Cork and Tipperary before 35,000 people. Owen Kelly getting his first touch of the 2009 Championship. He turns, he scores.
Well, Marty, what a point by Kelly, but there's wholesale changes in the Tipperary attack. Noel McGrath has gone to right half forward, Callan at centre forward and John O'Brien on the left.
Sean O'Halpine, don't know who's marking him, but Liam Sheedy won't be impressed, as O'Halpine again is dropping it in to younger brother Saki. The ball breaks. There's a chance here for Kieran Murphy. Knocked back fires Ben O'Connor. Little jink, little sidestep, short grip, point. 2 points for Owen Kelly at one end, 2 points for Ben O'Connor at the other, and the sides are level. after almost 6 minutes of action. Sean O'Halpine pulls, didn't get any ground. Nicely picked up by Tom Kenny, loses under pressure to Shane McGrath. Picked up here by Noel McGrath. He's only 18, not 19 until Christmas. Here's Callanan. Here's a point. Tipperary fans appreciate a good hurler, and none better than young Seamus Callanan from Drummond-Inch.
Yeah, and you can't buy that vision, Marty. You either have it or you haven't.
Cork go back into the attack. Here's Niall McCarthy hitting it perfectly. Carrick Tuhelman, he was the RTE man of the match in the All-Ireland final 5 years ago. All-Star the same year, and that is a great effort. Again, Brendan Cummins feeding this wing over towards Lar Corbett, who is wearing 10 but playing in a left half forward position. Not a great pass for Woodlock, but he did well despite Ben O'Connor's attention. Knocked away by Tom Kenny. Ben O'Connor, it rebounds off several people. It's still Kenny, pulled on there by Seamus Callanan. Comes over this side, and Tipperary have possession again. Striking it onto the left-hand side is Seamus Callanan. No wonder Cork were a little bit concerned about the 20-year-old. They're level in Semple for the 4th time. Wonderful strike here by the number 11.
Yeah, and he's having a quiet game, but 2 chances, 2 points. He's turned into a class player.
Scored the winning point in the All-Ireland minor final of 2006. John O'Brien, championship debutant against Limerick back in 2001. Here comes Noel McGrath. Fabulous point. This is a man you're going to hear a lot about. Not 19 until later on in the season, until December, in fact. He hit that perfectly. Tom Kenny has Timmy McCarthy to his right. Playing at left half forward, operating now at 10. It's a poor ball in for Paul Curran. It was aimed at O'Halpine. It's flung out for Conor O'Brien. Looking around, here Oakman, Isaki O'Halpine has regained the possession, but it was picked off the ground. Cork fans don't quite agree. Maybe the action replay might prove the point. Let's see here, Michael.
He lifted it about 2 feet off the ground before he picked it.
Nothing wrong with that, Michael.
No, he picked the ball cleanly, yeah. I can't understand that one.
Free is taken, Ronan Curran is underneath it. Who has it? John O'Brien lays it off, fires McGrath. After scoring the point from the sideline, he adds one from play. 14th championship appearance today. Former St. Flannan star from Ennis is a player of rich potential. Towards Niall McCarthy, switching with himself and Timmy McCarthy. In towards the full forward line that needs more possession. This ball floated in very high. So high that is there a touch there. Brendan Cummins, there's a bit of a scramble. The referee is blowing now his whistle, and he's going in to have a word, I'm pretty sure, with his umpires as Brendan Cummins is on the ground. There's the slither. Let's see what happened. There's the ball breaking loose. There's Brendan Cummins. And it's a scramble. The ball comes loose. Is he going for the 20-meter line? Is he going to give a free? He's going to give a throw ball. Well picked up. This time it's a free for Cork. Pat Horgan working very hard. Brendan Cummins giving out instructions. The free going to be taken by Ben O'Connor. He scored 4 times in this Munster Championship quarter-final. He now has 5. Here's Lar Corbett looking around at options. Oh, that's a sweet strike of a slither. He's a class player, really. fully recovered from the 2 injuries he picked up in the early stages, all accidental knocks, but this is a wonderful strike. Puck out, comes down far as Ben O'Connor. Support play provided by Tom Kenny, as always, steadying the ship. Cork need a point, and they have it. That's his first in this Munster quarter-final. 5 points now between the teams.
But a big reliance again, Marty, on Ben O'Connor today. You know, he's been brilliant for Cork there at right half hour, but outside of that, Timmy McCarthy, Niall McCarthy, Kieran Murphy and Pat Horgan, Asaki, they're not getting much ball, but they're struggling badly, whereas all the tip forwards are well in the game.
Great catch by Lar Corbett. Tipperary are rocking and rolling in this Munster quarter-final at the moment. Cork and Tipperary resume the battle, and a place against Clare in the Munster semi-final on June 21st is at stake. Here is Shane Murphy. Lays it off for Cadigan. Lar Corbett getting it inside. There's a chance here for Tipperary! Wonderful goal. This is a ball that should have been cleared. But when the ball came in to Callanan, there was no stopping it. Not even the great Dunlug. Conor O'Sullivan far as Gardner. Ball hops kindly into the path of Isaki O'Halpine. Isaki turns Paul Kern, lays it off. It's a good ball inside, there's a chance! Pat Horgan should have rattled the net. He aimed for the corner, but it skidded on the surface at the wrong side of the post. O'Halpine laid it off. Here comes Horgan, but the Glen Rovers man inches wide. Ben O'Connor stopped in his path. Far as Niall McCarthy, pushed out around midfield. McCarthy lobs it in towards Isaki. At the end of it there is Declan Fanning. Nipping inside, it's McCarthy, Brendan Cummins! Referee blows the whistle, the ball is in the net, but the goal will not count. And he's giving a penalty. Paddy Stapleton is going to be shown a yellow card here, I'm pretty sure. There it is. This is a crucial moment. Pat Horgan. He's just had a bad miss. He's just had 2, in fact, but he's still given the responsibility of taking the penalty. It's a real test of mental strength. Here he goes, and Cummins. Brilliant save. Fabulous save by Brendan Cummins from Ballybacon Grange. Pat Horgan hit it well, but he hit it straight at Cummins, and Cummins just literally closed his eyes, but he was in the right place. Breaking ball, picked up by Gardner, captain of Cork. The Piercing man drives it in and sends it over the bar for a truly inspirational point. James Woodlock. Seamus Callanan is calling for it. Nice little jink, but then takes his eye off the ball, and here come Jerry O'Connor and Cork. Evo stick being used by the Newtown Shandrum man. Gives it to his twin brother. Goes for the point. It's hit high. It's hit over the bar. 9 points for Ben O'Connor. Cork are not beaten yet. Up goes Lar Corbett. So too Ronan Curran. Chance here for Pat Cronin perhaps to add to his tally. Do you remember Sean Walsh and Kerry back in the 70s and 80s? Super sub Pat Cronin. Must have looked at recent videos because this is an impact sub. 2 great points by the Bishopstown star. Knocked away, far as Lar Corbett. Chance here for Benny Dunn. Hits it sweetly. Quality players always come to the surface. Cahill Naughton hasn't really got a touch since introduced. Consequently was blocked. Shane McGrath gives it out to Benny Dunn, going for his second point, and he's got it. Cathal Naughton with 3 Tipperary players around him. Here comes Owen Kelly. Knocked away. Ben O'Connor battling in his own half back line to try and gather possession. They're queuing up. One on the queue is Lar Corvett. Right man, right place. Great point. It's his 3rd point. And Tipperary rejoice in Semple Stadium. Brendan Cummins goes to the ground because Cork have been beaten. What did they say in the past? Once Cork are beaten and the hay is saved, well then it's a great day for Tipperary. Full-time score in Semple Stadium, Tipperary 119, Cork 19 points.
The 3rd weekend in June sees the fixture everyone's been waiting for. All-Ireland champions Kilkenny defend their Leinster title against provincial newcomers Galway in the semi-finals. The prodigious Joe Canning has been past fit to play for the Westerners, but injury deprives Kilkenny of 4 of last year's All-Ireland winners. Is this a window of opportunity for Galway?
Back up towards Canning again. Off he goes. Really dangerous. What a shot! It's the perfect start. A goal and 2 points for Joe Canning, and not even 5 minutes gone. Terrific score, wonderful skill. He's got marvellous pace, and there was nothing JJ Delaney could do about it. 1-2 to a point. Damien Hayes flicking it back towards Owen Lynch once again. 2 Portumna men combining all the way down towards Angus Callanan. Very fast player, Callanan, trying to get inside. Dalton trying to block him. Good shot, that's put over the bar. Great point. Angus Callanan moved into the inside forward line as the others moved out and allowed the space in there for him, and he's a good young raider and a fine hurler. Fogarty takes off, and Aidan Fogarty lets fly and puts it between the sticks and over the bar. Good point, first of the day by the Emeralds player. 1-5 to 5 points. Really good fare in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Lovely night for hurling here as that sailed over the head of Owen Lynch. And now it's Martin Comerford, helped out here by Michael Fennelly. Back once again towards Comerford, looking to try and get a bit of space for himself. Comes out towards Henry Shefflin, surrounded by Galway players. 3, 4, 5 of them around him. And still, it's Fennelly trying to go through, kicking it forward here, stopped on the line somehow, and it's gone in! 1-7 to 1-5, Richie Power in at the end of that move, getting it past Colm Callanan.
Looks like Richie Power, or was it Fogarty?
Let's have a look at it again here.
Harper, looked like Richie Power just knocked it into the net.
Kilkenny right back into it again, and Larkin was ready to take off, and he sends this one high and confidently knocks it over the bar. First point of the match for last year's hurler of the year. That wasn't a good clearance. Comes out to Kevin Hines. Again, the industrious Michael Rice ready to knock it forward again beyond Richie Power. One to run after. Shane Kavanagh to try and get goal side and get tight of him. Great run. Power looking for more. Isolating Eddie Brennan, corner of the net. In 2 minutes, they turn it around completely. And Eddie Brennan, the goal king, in the 30th minute, gets his first score in this match and scores his 23rd goal ever in championship hurling. The pass by Power and a brilliant finish by Fast Eddie. Superb. 2-6 to 1-7. Back towards Cullinan once again. Finally they get the ball away into the forwards, in beyond Joe Canning. Inside towards Niall Healy, taking on Michael Kavanagh. The referee from some distance saw what was going on, blew his whistle. PJ Ryan is poised. Canning once again went for a goal in the first half. It didn't quite materialise. He's going for it again. He's got it. 2 goals and 6 points for Joe Canning. 39 minutes are gone. What a young player this is. So talented. One from play, one from a free now. Canning can do little wrong. Again, this is a good spell, as it was in the first half, the beginning of the second half for Galway. And Damien Hayes, released to Niall Healy. Healy misses. And it's in eventually. It's another one for Galway. 3 goals. An amazing spell. 2 goals since the start of the second half. This was Niall Healy, stopped there brilliantly and somehow scooped in. Back it comes here towards Henry Shefflin. We know all about him. Nobody near him. Chance to deliver this. In fact, he's got to go for the score himself. Absolutely audacious. Somehow he's got it. 9 points out of that tally of 2 goals and 12 for Henry Shefflin. But look at the space. Nobody anywhere near him. Target practice. 2 between them again. Power rises up for it there, but it breaks down. Comes out towards Owen Larkin once again, trying to motor forward, going back to go forward, as it were. And that is the lead for Kilkenny. That time the referee is in very, very quickly. And that was a very wild pull. It's a red card.
I'm not surprised, Jerry. It was a long way away from the ball.
It was a very, very good night's hurling in Tullamore. Really enjoyable fare. At the end, Kilkenny the victors by 2 goals and 20 to Galway's 3 goals and 13.
In recent years, Dublin have been an emerging force. Remember, Kilkenny are the only county to beat them in Leinster underage titles. This is the Dubs' first senior hurling final in 18 years. So can Anthony Daly, who plotted success against Kilkenny when manager of Clare, ensure that they compete with the champions?
Dublin's first Leinster hurling final team for nearly 2 decades shows leading point scorer Alan McCrabb named in midfield. Season campaigner Liam Ryan returns from injury to play at centre half forward, while Joey Boland continues at number 6 in the absence of the injured Ronan Fallon. However, the shape of the team may very well alter with an extra player used in defence. A ploy which is unlikely to seriously throw this Kilkenny side, showing just one change from the team that saw off Galway in their semi-final. Derek Ling starts his first match since last year's All-Ireland final and replaces the team captain Michael Fennelly in midfield. Henry Shefflin takes over as skipper. Referee Johnny Ryan from Tipperary starting the 114th Leinster hurling final. It's Dublin who won the toss, playing with the wind in the first half, playing from right to left. Good block down there by Tommy Welch immediately. Straight to Owen Larkin, launching the first Kilkenny attack inside there towards the inside line. Coming away with it here is Oisin Goff. Out as far as Joey Boland, the centre half back, using the wind. Dropping it in there towards the inside line again. John Dalton here. Alan McCrabb, by the way, has gone to top of the left in a switch there. Shane Durkin switched in towards midfield. Meanwhile, Niall Corcoran trying to win his battle there along with Joey Boland. Boland getting it away, but only out into the middle of the park and waiting for it there. An unmarked Kilkenny man who puts it over the bar. Very good start there as Michael Rice gets the opening point of the match. 50 seconds gone. Well, that was a result of a poor clearance out as far as the Carrick shock player, straight over the bar. Comerford takes it, goes back to make a bit more space for himself towards Aidan Fogarty. Hasn't seen any of the action so far. He has now. Lovely little hand pass. Beautiful opportunity here, and that's over the bar. Great opportunity for Derek Ling coming through, and the man from Emeralds gets his first, and it's 4 points to 1. Taken beautifully here in his stride by Tommy Welch, but again not a great clearance. Kevin Flynn back in again, looks up to see where David O'Callaghan is. In possession right now, trying to make some inroads. Liam Ryan now trying to get away from John Tennyson, succeeds, has a man inside, hand passes it in, and that's over the bar. Good score. It's 4 points to 3. and David Tracy gets his first of the afternoon. Really good work by Dublin and by Liam Ryan in particular here. Once he made those inroads in past that Kilkenny half-back line, prepared to run at the Kilkenny backs into Tracy. Good score by the Coola man. 15 minutes are gone, and so far so good for Dublin, as John Dalton plays that one in there towards Eddie Brennan, catches it brilliantly, releases it to a support player. It was Richie Power, and Richie Power looking for something from the referee and runs on there. Comerford's here, and Comerford in the corner of the net. Just when you think you've come to terms with the Kilkenny powerhouse, Martin Comerford comes in with the first goal of the game after 16 minutes of play. Something which Dublin should have dealt with, but failed to do so, and Martin Comerford uses the boot and into the corner of Gary Maguire's net. Henry Shefflin back as far as Michael Kavanagh, across diagonally to Larkin, and suddenly Larkin's away, looks over his shoulder to see where the man was, nowhere near him, has a go, and he puts it over the bar. It's his first of the day. Really good play by Kilkenny. There was a nice calmness, a nice assurance about that attack. And it is 1-6 to 4 points. Thundering into this one was Kevin Flynn. Back to defend is Tommy Welsh. Johnny McCaffrey now. Oh, he's dropped it, and dropped it to Richie Power. Nice, cleverly forward here as far as Martin Comerford. And Martin Comerford fires it over the bar. And he's now got a goal and 2 points in this Leinster hurling final. Well, there was a breakdown in communications here, really, and Johnny McCaffrey, not sure what he heard, but he should have cut that one out, failed to do so. Alan McCrabb now trying to push forward here, ball still in play. Linking up with Liam Rush. Back it goes even further to Kevin Flynn, they need to have a go. Kevin Flynn has a shot, and Kevin Flynn puts it over the bar. Nice point by Kevin Flynn of Dublin. Forward there by Johnny McCaffrey, who now seems to be centre half-back once again. Forward beautifully here as far as David Tracy, and that's over the bar. 2 in a row for Dublin. A second for David Tracy, and now it's a 4-point game, just as it was at one stage during the first half. Tracy doing really, really well, just 19 years of age. Now the Kilkenny response. Suddenly they will switch it on again, you feel, and Martin Comerford fires this one in and fires it over the bar. Got a goal and 3 in the first half, so another now for Martin Comerford in the 3rd minute of the second half. Swept across to Henry Shefflin, dispossessed well by Michael Carton, couldn't do enough with it however, and Tommy Welsh tucks it on. The Tullaroan player lets fly, and that is a sensational point by Tommy Welsh. First of the match for Tommy Welsh, extending the lead out to 5 points once again, 114 to 12 points. Good contest now. Niall Corcoran, huge one down the field there towards David O'Callaghan, who's discarded the black helmet. Dotsy O'Callaghan looking for a score. That's going to the goalkeeper, however, PJ Ryan. And David O'Callaghan has yet to score in this game. Big one down, one-handed out by Michael Carton. Collected once again and put over the bar. Well, that has been the nature of this Kilkenny team over the last 5 or 6 years. Anytime they get into difficulty, suddenly they can just respond immediately and put together a string of impressive scores. Johnny McCaffrey, cleverly forward here as far as Oisin Goff. The cornerback who's out around the half-back line at this stage. Worked in well, and worked into David Tracy. 2 points so far for Tracy. Can he get another? The answer is yes. 15 minutes to go, and the Dublin fans, I think, believe it is still possible. The impossible dream, maybe, at the beginning of this match. But Kilkenny will have their own answer. And Michael Rice making tracks. Lovely ball here for Comerford. A goal and 4 so far. And it's another one for Martin Comerford. Back of the net. The real danger man strikes in the 56th minute. A lovely ball played into him here. and Comerford on his way, lobbed it in past the goalkeeper, and it is now 2-16 to 15 points. 7 points between them. You do get the feeling, however, there's an awful lot more in Kilkenny if they need to up the ante. And that time, David Curtin gets called for taking too many steps. That free by John Tennyson. Fumbled! Oh, TJ Reid had the shot! And the referee saw some holding, and it's a penalty. Henry Shefflin was held by the jersey as he was going to try and get the shot in, and the referee saw it and awards a penalty to Kilkenny. Michael Carton yellow carded for that as Henry Shefflin stands over it. He's got 5 points from frees so far, and it's still 5 points as Dublin defend valiantly. Larkin across, oh, missed there by Martin Comerford, and Gary Maguire gets it away. Drama down in the goal mouth. That was a good stop there, hit straight at Gary Maguire. In the immediate follow-up then you had that ball flashed across the goal area by Owen Larkin and missed there inches by Martin Comerford. Final whistle goes. Kilkenny retain their Leinster title, but it's Anthony Daly and his team who will take many of the headlines tomorrow morning. Only 6 points between them at the finish. Full-time score here in Croke Park. It's Kilkenny, 2 goals and 18 points. Dublin, 18 points. Seamus Howland, the chairman of the Leinster Council, presents the Bob O'Keefe Cup to the Kilkenny captain. Didn't play today, but he is the captain, Michael Fennelly.
Waterford have bounced back impressively after last year's All-Ireland mauling, and after beating a dogged Limerick in a replay are 1 match away from regaining the Munster title. This will be a significant test for holders Tipperary, who faded alarmingly when beating Clare in the last round. Waterford shocked them in last year's championship, and this is a vital match for Tip to confirm their credentials.
Well, Tip have opted to start with an unchanged team. Brendan Cummins starts his 9th Munster final. Well, it's a first for cornerback Paddy Stapleton. It's also a first for halfback Patrick Maher and 18-year-old corner forward Noel McGrath. And for those of you following the numbers, 14 is the easy one today. It's the number of Owen Kelly of Waterford. 2 changes made by Dacia selectors from the team that saw off the challenge of Limerick after a replay. Aidan Carney is recovered from a virus and plays at left half back, replacing Richie Foley, while Jack Kennedy gets the nod to start in the left corner forward position in place of Owen McGrath. Match underway, and stalemate immediately in the middle of the park here. Waterford trying to get the first attack going. Michael Brick-Walsh then from centre half back. He's adapted really well to number 6. That's not cut out by Conor O'Brien, and it gives a chance then for John Mullan to get the opening score of the match in the first couple of seconds. Inside 15 seconds, Waterford take the lead. John Mullan with the first point of the game. Aidan Carney now. Waterford trying to lay down a marker early on. That's cut out well by Pádraig Maher. The young left half back linking up here with Pat Kerwig, dodging around Carney. From 45 metres out, chance to put the teams level, and that is Kerwig's first point of the match. Waiting for this one is Declan Fanning. Back by Shane O'Sullivan. Won here by John Mullan. Popping up in the middle of the field and racing past his man, who's Conor O'Mahony. Oh, Conor O'Mahony did well, tracked him, was patient, and in the end the foul is committed, and it's going to be a free into Waterford. Great play by both John Mullan and Conor O'Mahony. Mullan certainly had the legs on O'Mahony. Well, Owen Kelly's had 2 goal opportunities, but he's got a point from a free already. This from 20 metres out. Oh, it's in the back of the net! I thought only Paul Flynn did that. Kelly beats Brendan Cummins. 6 minutes are gone. If at first you don't succeed, have a go. 3rd time of asking. It's 3rd time lucky for Owen Kelly of Waterford. Great catch in the middle of the park by Shane McGrath. crossing the 65-metre line. Still Shane McGrath. That is a terrific score. Kevin Moran was racing after him, couldn't catch him, aware he's probably going to foul him.
Sure, that's one of the scores of the year. Absolutely brilliant catch, and run up straight up the centre, never looked to shirk responsibility instead. What a catch.
John Milan got a point from Kelly. A couple of goal chances were missed, and then Kelly got a goal with his third attempt from a free. Nothing since then, but maybe here. Milan, corner of the net. John Milan, bang on cue. 22 minutes are gone. The 12th time he scored in Championship hurling. Huge delivery in there, and they isolated John Milan. The back was in trouble. Milan's finishing was quite devastating, right into the corner. That's Declan Fanning, strongly built man, all the way down in beyond Owen Kelly. Runs on here for Lara Corbett. Angling this one across. McGrath, second time of asking, takes it up. Little hand pass inside. Here's a chance. Callanan. It's another one. A goal for Tipperary. Seamus Callanan. Well, he's been scoring goals against Cork and scoring goals against Clare, and why not keep the sequence going here? The hand pass from Noel McGrath, a quite superb finish by the Drum Advantage player. 1-8 to 2-2. Waterford with Michael Brick Walsh getting it forward, looking for Milan inevitably. Curran goes out there to try and take it from him. The angle shot over his shoulder. It's an absolutely magnificent score. A goal and two for John Milan from 3 shots at the target. John O'Brien this time getting it away down inside towards Seamus Callanan, who's moved inside. Little block on that one by Declan Prendergast. 2 Waterford backs there, should have cleared it. Callanan has it, trying to burst his way through to crash his way in here. Oh, it's another one. Owen Kelly. The goals are simply raining in. A minute after Seamus Callanan's score, Tip come up with another. It should have been cleared. It's wretched defending. Beautifully caught again in full flight here by Brick Walsh. Missed his shot, however, because of the presence of Callanan. Good work by the youngster. Again, it's rolled up onto the stick very confidently here and hit sweetly back down by Shane McGrath. In there once more. Lara Corbett, another one for Tipperary. The goals are flying in past Clinton Hennessy, and Lara Corbett has got his in the 34th minute. It's a wonderful strike. Lovely catch here. In for his 10th ever goal in the championship. Well, Waterford came out for this match, promised an awful lot, haven't delivered as much as they might. The right appetite has been shown by Tipperary as Pádraig Maher sets it forward again here. Another opportunity, and that ball was half hit. And still there's a problem, and still there's another goal. And Lara Corbett with a second gift in the second half has a second goal in this match.
Disaster, another goal, and
oh, you can't legislate for this kind of nonsense where Waterford's defence is concerned. The question being asked, though, are Waterford under Davy Fitz up for this challenge at this particular stage in the game with nearly 49 minutes gone? That's a superb catch there by Benny Dunn. Looking at the target, lovely style, marvellous fluency, the same old Benny Dunn. Bring him off the bench and he'll get a score for you time and again. Another for Tipperary, and it's 4-12 to 2-8, and that is a superb point. Well, Tip playing now as if their lives depended upon this. They want to remain as kingpins of Munster. Noel McGrath angling it across towards Seamus Callanan. A lot of work to do still out on the corner there with his marker, Aidan Carney. Still manages to get the shot away. What an absolutely brilliant shot that is by one of the game's top stars. Seamus Callanan now adding to the goal that he got after 21 minutes. That's an absolute beauty. Owen Murphy, challenged by Callanan, stands his ground. Inch perfect pass into the centre here. Richie Foley now didn't start. He'll have been disappointed by that, and that's a huge one, and it's gone over the bar. Tremendous point. Well, that's a great score from the middle of the park there by Richie Foley. Huge distance out, the UCC student. Brick Walsh, nicely forward here. It's Declan Prendergast, who's abandoned full-back and decides to heck with it. Off we go, looking for scores. Up there to support the number 31, John Milan. And that looks like another one for John Milan. Keep on believing, he's got a goal and 4. And they've eaten into the lead, and it's now back to 6 points. What a pity they made those mistakes. Reaching for it there is Stephen Malumphy, having a go himself, looking for a point. He's got a point, and it's now down to 5 points. Malumphy's second.
Yeah, Joe, I think you have to give huge credit to Waterford. You know, they were 10 or 11 points down, 9 points down for all the second half, and they never gave up.
And it's back in there again towards Dan Shanahan. Kelly feeding it out here to Milan. Awkward angle, run away from him. Stapleton try to close him down for Tipperary. Still in the first minute of stoppage time. They need a goal here somewhere. And John Milan lets fly and puts it over the bar. So the lead continues to be eaten into, but the seconds have ticked away. The whistles become even louder, and this time the one that matters most from the team official, the match official referee, blows the whistle. Tipperary celebrate, and at the end it is Tipperary who have held on to their title in their own Semple Stadium. Tipperary 4 goals and 14 points. Waterford 2 goals and 16. Tipperary win the title for the 38th time, and it's Willie Ryan who lifts the cup.
Pick of the qualifier rounds is the meeting of Galway and Cork. With the latest O'Halpine brother Isaki settling well into the team, Cork are recovering well from a difficult start to the championship. Galway have impressed, running Kilkenny close and blitzing Clare. Last year Cork won impressively. Can Galway put the Leesiders to the sword at the last and drive on?
Last year's Battle of Thurles was still fresh in everyone's minds, especially those from Galway. This one looked destined to be just as close. Joe Canning, Andy Smith and Damien Hayes hit early scores for the Tribe. There had been question marks over the fitness of Ben O'Connor all week. His hamstrings looked untroubled as he again proved Cork's scorer-in-chief. The sides were level 4 times in the opening half. John Gardner had missed a couple of early long-range frees, but the fit again Cork captain was a colossal when at wing-back and made no mistake from play here. It became clear from early on that Cork's discipline would have to be top-notch. Joe Canning was punishing all indiscretions. He converted 6 first-half frees, 2 from inside the Galway half. That helped put aside a point up as half-time approached, and the young full forward, who'd played much of the half around the middle, nearly made that lead of 1-1. A great catch, but a superb save from Donal O'Cusack. And so it was just the bare minimum between them at the break. Galway made a great start to the second half, and the younger Canning's successful sideline cut, combined with scores from Smith and Ger Farragher, had them 4 points up. But back came Cork with 3 O'Connor frees, reducing the gap to a single point again before the tension spilled over. A yellow card each for Gardner and Smith was all that came out of all of this. Galway fans may have started to sense déjà vu with their lead cut so fine, but this time real character shone through, and some class too. Angus Callanan's score pushed the gap wider again. And John McIntyre's substitutes made a difference too. Kevin Hayes supplied the pass to Canning with 6 minutes left. And Joe Gantley completed the move. It was the fatal blow, and they knew it. Although Cork could actually have changed all that. Niall McCarthy was clean through. but seemed off balance as he took his shot. So Galway fans breathed a collective sigh of relief. Hayes wrapped up the 7-point win, sweet revenge for last year, as the Liam McCarthy dream lives on for John McIntyre's charges.
With great excitement in Dublin over the young team's battling display against Kilkenny in the Leinster final, this is an opportunity for the county to reach an All-Ireland hurling semi-final for the first time in 48 years. Limerick came back from defeat by Waterford. Do they have the experience to beat the newcomers?
Dublin's first ever quarter-final team shows 3 changes from the team that lost the Leinster final to Kilkenny. Former Limerick player Maurice O'Brien comes in for the injured Oisin Goff. Stephen Heine goes to corner back, with O'Brien listed at number 5. Other changes are made at wing forward, where Ross O'Carroll and Dave Sweeney both start. By comparison, Justin McCarthy feels the need to freshen up his Limerick side by making 3 alterations this week after the narrow win over Laois. Mark O'Riordan returns at left corner back. David Breen is picked on the 40 in place of Mike O'Brien, while Wayne McNamara starts just his 2nd championship match. It's at left half forward. Michael Wadding gets the match underway. It is Limerick playing from right to left, and Dublin straight away trying to launch their first attack here. Alan McCrabb fouled, and the free is going to be to Dublin. It's Alan McCrabb from Craobh Kieran who's going to hit this one inside his own 65-metre line. Big huge one in, goalkeeper fumbles, and it's in the back of the net. What a dream start for Dublin. We'll watch it again here. Watch the number 14 as it hops in there tantalisingly, and the youngster puts it into the back of the net. Into the middle of the field there, where it's fumbled by Paul Brown. Back once again by Michael Carton for Dublin. Into the corner here as far as David O'Callaghan. Dotsey setting up the opportunity there for Dave Sweeney, and that one has gone over the bar. Very, very good start by Dublin. That's knocked back by McCrabb, back in the middle of the park. This time it is Liam Ryan getting it under control, looking for a shot himself, and that looks brilliant. Really good shot by Liam Ryan, the O'Toole's player, first of the day, and it's 1-4 now to 2 points. Here's Johnny McCaffrey coming across here, running into traffic, belted away by Donal O'Grady, in there towards Paddy McNamara, doing well. Big Paddy McNamara kicking it into the back of the net, and Limerick's first goal comes in the 15th minute. A breakaway attack, and Paddy McNamara gets his first ever championship goal and makes it 1-5 to 1-3, and Tomas Brady beaten this time by the towering figure of Paddy McNamara. Only 2 between them. Michael Carton, very experienced player, going for a shot himself. If it's on target, it's brilliant, and it is on target, and Limerick are disputing it. Michael Carton putting it over the bar. Certainly Brian Murray was convinced it had drifted away to the left-hand side, calling on the umpire to have a rethink.
And Jared took them 2 or 3 seconds to make up their minds there. They looked at each other, there was no movement. So can we get it from this
Have
angle?
a look at it.
Look at the umpires there now, they couldn't make up their mind. Look wide to me from here.
Down it comes towards Donal O'Grady. Big one up, and once again the full forwards in, and this time saved by Gary Maguire.
Yeah, Jerry, you know, we're just saying it. Look at the room inside here again. Nobody back covering, and missed completely.
Breaks down here towards Johnny McCaffrey, but it's picked up instead there by Gavin O'Mahony. Lovely hand pass forward here for James Ryan. First touch not the greatest, but second touch looked superb and nicely over the bar. Nobody getting tight enough on James Ryan that time. It's a lovely little perceptive hand pass from Gavin O'Mahony into James Ryan. Second time of asking, over the bar. 1 point the margin once again. Once more it is Dave Sweeney. This time fortunate that it breaks towards Liam Rush, the 19-year-old trying to make inroads. Stopped there well by Seamus Hickey. Out again as far as Mark Foley. Back into the inside line where Limerick can make a lot of inroads, but this time it bounces back out towards Joey Boland. Clever little hand pass out again. And once more, a relieving clearance out of defence, this time by Maurice O'Brien. Not a great clearance, comes straight to another Limerick man, Mark Foley. Inside once again, this time Brown, probably got Brown still, and the referee blows his whistle, and it's a penalty. Paul Brown draws the penalty, and Limerick have a gilt-edged chance of tying up the game here in the 33rd minute. Can Brian Murray now put this in the back of the net? He hasn't been brought up to hit a point. 3 on the line for Dublin. 34 minutes are gone, it's in the back of the net, and the match is level. First ever championship goal for Brian Murray. This is what caused it.
Yeah, here's Paul Brown going through. I think Niall Corcoran tracking him well there. I just think he fell over. I don't think that's a penalty.
But there was nothing doubtful about the quality of the penalty itself. Brian Murray into the back of the net. Moving it across over to the far side beyond James Ryan. Back there helping out is Liam Rush. And Rush, the number 31, with a little hand pass outside. Nice movement. That's Stephen Heine coming in. Hit the shot off the goalkeeper's stick. He's in real difficulty and happy to see it go over the bar eventually. But it is Stephen Heine who will take the credit for that one, no doubt about it. Helped by Brian Murray, the Limerick goalkeeper. And that was a good score. Forward once again beyond Liam Rush. Batted down as far as Alan McCrabb. Swiftly forward into the path of Shane Durkin. Durkin trying to beat his man, who is Mark O'Riordan. Right on the sideline. Ross O'Carroll there, and that's gone over the bar. Great point.
Yeah, Gerard, and ball down to Ross O'Carroll. Shows his great physical strength here, holding off Mark O'Riordan.
Huge one down. Tracy trying to reach it. That was O'Riordan coming across. He was caught by a Dublin stick. It comes back out to him again. He's on his feet very quickly, swiftly away. Feeling the effects of that, however. Broken down by Ollie Moran. Needing a support player. That support player is David Breen, the big strong man from the Piercing. Let's fly near the sideline. What a beauty. David Breen. Fabulous score. And the match tied up at 18 points apiece again. 1:15 for Dublin, 2:12 for Limerick. Again, it is Dublin who are trying to mount another attack. Liam Rush looking for Dotsy O'Callaghan. 2 Dublin players colliding. Comes back as far as Brian Geary and the Monoline man. Straight back down towards Rush. Went in there challenging for that. Won there by David Breen, the centre forward. Linking up there with James Ryan. He's got 3 points so far. It's a huge one, big one, accurate one, and it's over the bar. Great point by James Ryan. What a find he's been this year for Justin McCarthy's team. He's edged Limerick into the lead with 10 minutes still to play. It's won back again by Andrew O'Shaughnessy, down in midfield now. Only 2 men up front. One of them is Paudie O'Mahony. There alongside him, Tomas Brady. And he clears it, and he clears it out over the sideline, inexplicably giving away possession to the opposition. A shake of the head by Anthony Daly. So we've got 3 minutes of the game still to be played as Gavin O'Mahony fires it in like a jet over the bar from the sideline. Well, he's hit a 65, and now that sideline, his 7th point. A superb contribution out of Limerick's tally of 23 points in all. They lead by 3. More changes being made, but right now it's Limerick who with their dander up and ready to make sure that they don't surrender their lead. Dublin made mistakes. Their first ever championship quarter-final. A young team being built by Anthony Daly. And that's another one, and that's another score. And now surely it's Limerick. 8 points for Gavin O'Mahony. What a tremendous contribution. It comes back down once again here. Lambert right across. Nobody able to get to it. It's Mark Foley who comes out with it. Donny Ryan's been introduced. It doesn't matter. Mark Foley clears it out, and Limerick beat Dublin. Justin McCarthy, in his first season as manager of Limerick, has worked the oracle once again. Limerick's old heads did enough to see them through, and they are in the semi-finals. The full-time score, it's Limerick 2 goals and 18 points. Dublin 1 goal and 17.
Waterford's second half comeback against Tipperary came up short, but has helped to restore morale and belief. John Milan is in flying form, and what looked unthinkable last September, Waterford getting back into the big time, is taking shape. Galway, however, have momentum and are at last looking like they might fulfil their potential as All-Ireland contenders.
It's interesting to see that Waterford and Galway have met 8 times in the past, and Galway have never won. This is the Waterford team that's been named, but don't be surprised if there's a whole load of positional switches. There is definitely one change in personnel to the selection that started in the Munster final against Tipperary. Dunhill's Shane Casey makes his championship debut at top of the left, and thus joins 2 great warriors from the Déisi County, John Milan and Owen Kelly in the full forward line. 36-year-old Tony Brown is still producing the goods at right half back, beside Michael Brick Walsh and Aidan Carney, who's named at number 7. The team captain is left half forward Stephen Malumphey. Right through the summer of 09, you get the feeling this Galway team are finally taking shape. The tribesmen, however, have a new full back today in Eugene McEntee, who incredibly is only making his first championship start for his county at 30 years of age. John Lee has been very impressive at 6, while Ger Farrer and Kevin Hines have developed a good understanding at centre field. Up front, of course, Joe Canning is the main man, with considerable assistance from Niall Healy in the scoring stakes. Between them, they've scored the staggering total of 8 goals and 45 points in just 4 championship matches. It's Malumphey that's coming away with it. Hand passes it into space. Here's John Milan. Ollie Canning shoulders him over the sideline. Owen Kelly will be, I'm sure, anticipating that his first cousin will join him on the field of play. And that, of course, is Dan Shanahan. Owen Kelly looks at the target, and the white flag is raised. Brian Cody is in the attendance, along with his wife, former Wexford Camogie star. Slight breeze favouring Galway in this opening half. Here's Ger Farrer. Can't control it. Comes down for his Jamie Nagle, who is definitely playing in midfield. Batted down by Eugene McEntee. Sent forward all the way as far as Clinton Hennessy. Has the time to gather. Good ball out to the wing, but it carried a little bit too much pace. Picked up instead by Angus Callanan. Has scored consistently in this championship campaign. 8 points in 4 games. That's his first in a quarter-final.
And that's a great score, Marty. Angus Callanan got man of the match here against Cork last week, and great score to start. And I think the mobility of him and Andy Smith already causing problems for the Waterford half-back line.
And once again, it's Kevin Moore flicking inside to Malumphey. Not a great pass. Prendergast is there, but Ger Farrer is back there helping his half-back line. Dropping it in towards Big Joe. There's the big hand. Joe cutting inside. They can play football in Portumna. I didn't know it. It's over the bar. His first from play, his 3rd in the game. It's quite a good puck out by Clinton Hennessy. This is Angus Callanan from the Lean Mellows Club in Galway City. Floating this one in. It's looking good.
Great score again, and it was broken down there. Callanan very, very sharp onto the ball, and you can see the wind behind, and just get that a small flick from 80-90 metres, and the rain coming down heavy now as well, Martin.
Kevin Moore in towards Milan. Got a touch, but didn't quite control it. Under the conditions, quite difficult. Looking around at options. Owen Kelly wanted in around the square. Here comes Prendergast through the centre. Takes the opportunity to register another point for Waterford.
Martin, a great score there from Waterford. Brilliant ball by Kevin Moore into the corner, and John Milan showed us more than one strand to his game and had a look up, and good run by Seamus Prendergast over the bar. Lovely score.
Fergal Moore. I have to say I'm a fan of Fergal Moore's, and it comes for Andy Smith trying to cut inside. His passage is blocked to the left, but he takes it on the right. Scored 4 points in the championship campaign, including 2 against Cork. Not bad for a man in his first championship season. Joe Canning. Point. Waterford feel that the ball was wide, and they're all protesting.
It was wide, I think, maybe wide off the post, wasn't it? Outside the post.
Here comes Barra, laid on by Cyril Donlan, and that is over the bar.
That's a great score, Marty. Beautiful. John Lee travelled maybe 40-50 yards to win the ball, and then a lovely little flick from Cyril Donlan. Just watch it there, just left it in Gerard Farrer's path, and a super score on the run.
Terrible pass from Tony Brown. Comes in past Adrian Angus Callanan, and that's out for a 65. A most unusual error and poor judgment by Tony Brown. He was anticipating just to hand it back. Farah's Aidan Carney. That's a very good save by the Waterford keeper. Great catch by Seamus Prendergast. Flicks it outside to Owen Kelly, and that is wide. And that looked like it was over the bar, and Owen Kelly is furious. Can't quite judge it from there, but some decisions rather debatable in this opening half. Waterford now playing with the breeze in the second half, and they're 4 points down. Not of this scrappy sort of play evident in the first half, continuing on in the second half. Here's John Milan. Maybe he can make a difference. Getting inside the cover, Fergal Moore. Still Milan, go for the goal. Stopped by Colin Callanan. Now clearly established as the #1 keeper in County Galway. Cyril Dunn under a little bit of pressure from Brick Walsh. Good hands again onto the favourite left-hand side, and Damien Hayes gets his second point.
It was a good score. He took plenty of steps though. He maybe could have been pulled.
Batted down by John Lee. Farah's Ger Farah, the best piece of action we've seen. It's Farah's second point in this All-Ireland quarter-final. But good thinking by John Lee.
It was very, very simple. And that's 2 points for Gerard Farrer, and both of them have been probably the 2 best points of the game, and John Lee involved in both incidents.
Stephen Malumphey, chased by his opposite number 12, Andy Smith. Still Malumphey. Owen Kelly needs to get more involved, and that's his first point from play. And it's his 10th overall. And Waterford supporters have finally got something to cheer about. Chasing after this, Kevin Hayes. So too Angus Callanan. Slither in hand. Lays it off. Farah's Damien Hayes. Good work by the Portumna star. And Hayes takes his point.
Yeah, Damien Hayes, 3 points the last of 3 again today, but he's much more confident looking out there today, and great movement again from Callanan and Hayes.
Scored 3 against Cork, 3 against Waterford. Dan Shannon is on the field of play. Hurler of the Year, 2007. Fergal Moore. Very impressive right throughout this quarter-final. Owen Kelly intercepts the pass. Drops this one in. Waterford need to win it. Down the man. And it was very close.
Brilliant catch. Nearly hit it too well, and well wide in the end.
Well picked up by Aidan Carney. He's going for distance. He's dropping it in towards Dan Shanahan. Needs to win it again, and he has it again. Getting inside the cover. Surely that's a free. Referee says no. The ball is pulled on, and Waterford are back in the quarter-final. Created by Dan Shanahan and finished by Shane Walsh. Super Sub has produced the goods. In fact, two of them. Shanahan to Walsh, and he cracked it past Colm Callanan. 1 point between the teams. John McIntyre's team under severe pressure. Dan the man knocks it back past John Moran, but Dan Shanahan was being held in the eyes of the referee, and there's a free in for Waterford. Davy Fitz can barely look.
Some decisions may be gone against both sides today, but I'm not sure that was a free. It looked to be a bit of 6 of one, half dozen the other, but Waterford won't complain.
Waterford trying to level the match for the 4th time. Owen Kelly trots away, knowing that that is over the bar, and Owen Kelly has scored 12 times in this game. Big question. If Waterford win, it's Waterford against Kilkenny. Limerick will play Tipperary. If Galway win, it's Galway against Tipperary. Limerick will face Kilkenny. Is there a winner in playing time? There is extra time if the sides end level. Here's Milan. He's going for it. Incredible. John Milan.
Yeah, what a time to score his first point of the game.
The tension palpable here in Semple Stadium. All-Ireland semi-final at stake. 71 minutes, 44 seconds. Canning, is he the man? The ball is going wide. Are Galway out of the championship? Are Waterford in the All-Ireland semi-final?
I think it's all over.
The referee blows the full-time whistle. Galway are out of the championship. Davy Fitz guided Waterford to the All-Ireland final last year, the Munster final this year, and he's back in the semi-final again. Heartbreak for Galway. They beat Clare, they beat Cork. They seem to be the team on form, but they will be devastated after this performance, because here in Semple Stadium, a dramatic finish. It's Waterford 1 goal and 16 points. Galway 18 points.
A rerun of last year's final gives Waterford a shot at redemption. Signs are that Kilkenny aren't in quite the same blistering form as 12 months ago, but have they simply been saving themselves for the top end of the season? The champions are outright favourites, but a Waterford team battling to restore its self-respect will make for dangerous opponents.
First of all, Kilkenny, the All-Ireland champions, seeking an 8th semi-final success in 10 years, make 2 changes from the team that started last month's Leinster final against Dublin. Brian Hogan has recovered from his injury problems and resumes at centre-half back. This results in John Tennyson moving to left-half as replacement for John Dalton. And in midfield, no place today for Derek Ling, as last year's captain, Sean Fitzpatrick, is chosen to partner Michael Rice. By a coincidence, Waterford also make 2 adjustments to their forces after their late win over Galway in the quarter-final. The man who got the all-important goal in Thurles, Shane Walsh, is rewarded with a starting berth as Shane Casey steps down to the bench. And Jamie Nagle also starts this afternoon in reserve. Owen McGrath steps up to take the number 15 jersey. His brother, by the way, Ken, and Dan Shanahan, they're both among the substitutes. The referee today is Barry Kelly from Westmeath. His linesmen, Cathal McAllister from Cork and James McGrath from Westmeath. So away we go. And it's going to be interesting just to see how this match gets underway, because you expect Waterford to go in there as if their lives depended upon it. But the opening attack is going to be Kilkenny's, all the way up there cleverly. And taking it smartly and putting it over the bar is the captain, Henry Shefflin. Inside the opening 20 seconds. What a start.
Jared, that's an absolutely brilliant score. Great ground ball by Eddie Brennan. You can't see it there in the replay, but the first touch of Henry Shefflin was unbelievable.
Tommy Walsh taking that one there ahead of Shane O'Sullivan, getting it way downfield. Breaks there towards Martin Comerford. trying to get away from his man, who's Brick Walsh, out here as far as Chop Fitzpatrick, letting it fly with accuracy and putting it over the bar. Great score. Shaw is back, his first point in this year's championship. And Kilkenny launch another attack. That's an overhit hand pass here, however. And Michael Brick Walsh, solid as you like, inside towards Kevin Moran. Scored 2 points against Galway, did well, doing well here. Has a support player. That support player is Shane Walsh. Back of the net! 2 goals in 2 games for Shane Walsh. 5 minutes are gone. That's the tonic Waterford were looking for. And credit Kevin Moran, cutting right through the heart of that Kilkenny defence. Great finish by Shane Walsh.
Yeah, Gerard, and that's where Kilkenny can be exposed when you run at them. Kevin Moran showed great pace there. He's really making a name for himself as a wing forward.
John Mullane now, looking for a support player, and then deciding to hit it himself over his right shoulder. It's a great score by John Mullane, and that is his 100th point in championship hurling. He scored goals as well, of course, 12 in all, but it's now 12 goals and 100 points for John Mullane. One-handed away, made no kind of contact whatsoever with it. Has it back again, hand passed outside here, as far as Jackie Tyrrell. Tyrrell away into his forwards, inside towards Henry Shefflin, trying to break it once again. Little hand pass there for Eddie Brennan. Brennan, who tormented Waterford last year, gets another one into the corner of the net. What a response by Kilkenny and by Eddie Brennan. 13 minutes are gone.
And Gerard, what you couldn't see there, the movement of Eddie Brennan was unbelievable. He ran 60-70 yards to get into position, and look at this little sidestep and a brilliant finish. That we've seen that so often from a lovely flick by Henry Shefflin to him. Long ball, Shefflin is causing havoc inside there on Aidan Kearney, and again Eddie Brennan, as we've seen maybe 30 goals in the championship over the years. Brilliant finish.
Clinton Hennessy. Who's he going to target? Well, he targets a man in a Kilkenny shirt who gets it forward again, and it's John Tennyson. What a run by Tennyson inside here towards Fogarty. Kept going. Owen Murphy was in real difficulty, and the referee has blown his whistle.
I would be surprised if Shefflin went for a goal here. They're 2 points up from 15 minutes gone. There's not a lot to be lost, I think, for him going for a goal here.
Waterford are prepared. Henry striking, well saved. Henry again. Again it's smothered. Kearney taking it out here, looking over his shoulder, and Aidan Kearney gets it away for Waterford. Still a 2-point game. Picked up here by Brian Hogan, the man who's come back from injury. Hammered forward there by Eddie Brennan, the Kilkenny goal scorer, but he's put it into the stands. A wasted opportunity. Look at this once again, this 20-metre free. And there was a combination of players, Clinton Hennessy and one of his backs there, Owen Murphy, getting to the ball first. Owen McGrath. Away from Michael Rice. Still they control the attack here. Good looking shot, and that's gone over the bar. Kevin Moran. First point for him. Got 2 in the quarter-final against Galway. In fact, he outscored Seamus Prendergast and John Mullane that afternoon, and that'll do his confidence a whole lot of good. 3 between them. Approaching 25 minutes gone in this first half. Tony Brown once again, the 36-year-old, in as far as Seamus Prendergast. Back once again to Shane O'Sullivan. Oh, it's a poor ball. Straight to the wing-back, Tommy Welch from Tullaroan. Runs all the way in. Oh, what a goal by Henry Shefflin! A mistake by the Waterford cover, and Henry Shefflin rifles it into the back of the net. It's a second goal for the champions. Tommy Walsh set it up. Should have been cut out here. Wasn't by Aidan Kearney. One touch by Henry Shefflin. Brilliant finish. Malumphey trying to break it down. Back it comes here towards Owen McGrath. McGrath is fouled, and the referee again is going to indict one of the Kilkenny players, this time Martin Comerford. Well, it gives Owen Kelly anyway another chance from just inside 65-metre line. It's a great finish by Kelly, and another one has gone over the bar. They'll take everything that's going their way, because now they're within a goal of Kilkenny.
Yeah, great response to Henry Shefflin's goal, 3 points in a row from Waterford, and showing great heart out to every one of them today.
This one breaks here from Brick Walsh, breaks kindly for Michael Rice. Tries to make some headway, helped out here by Richie Power. Hasn't scored so far. Like to put that right, he has.
Yeah, Jaron, he would have been feeling the pressure coming up to half-time. You know, Kilkenny had been ruthless in the past. He hasn't touched the ball really all game, and then gets his one chance and straight over the bar.
Richie Power back once again. Eddie Brennan across here. Oh, the intended recipient was Henry Shefflin. Might get it yet. He does. And Henry Shefflin fires in the shot, and he puts it over the bar. And Henry Shefflin with a goal and 6 points in this first half. Free to Waterford. As Dan Shanahan prepares.
Yeah, you have Dan Shanahan, Ken McGrath, Maurice Shanahan. First time in a long time I think Waterford have serious options on their bench, and they could have a big part to play before the game is over.
Tony Brown. Big one, dropping 20 metres out from the Kilkenny goal. All the way in towards the goal scorer, Shane Walsh. Oh, another one! 3 goals in his championship career. 2 this afternoon. 38 minutes are gone.
Yeah, and he's a very good footballer as well, Jerry. Wins a great ball here, rounds JJ, and a great finish with his right boot. He's a very game player, very strong, and did the right thing, headed straight for the goal. It's a brilliant finish.
2 attempts at goal, 2 goals scored. And everything is going Waterford's way right now, as the referee is having words with Michael Rice over there. As Owen Kelly, who scored 4 points so far, all of them in the first half, all of them from frees. Huge distance out, huge accuracy as well. What a point for Waterford and for Owen Kelly. Broken down by Aidan Carney for Malumphey to come onto. Trying to get the ball away, ran into Kilkenny players, too many of them are there. Tommy Welsh gets it away, the man from Tullaroan. Beautifully down as far as Henry Shefflin once again, trying to turn, getting away from his man, away from Declan Prendergast, and gliding it over the bar almost effortlessly. A goal and 9 for Henry. What a point that was. And Waterford backs are having major problems trying to keep tabs on the number 10 here. That was an absolutely superb score.
Yeah, and what's good in hurling, we saw there brilliant chasing by Eddie Brennan, put pressure on, and Tommy came out with the ball, and a great diagonal ball to Henry, and brilliant skill over the bar.
Seamus Prendergast gets it in towards Shane Welsh, lets it run on, however. Picked up here by PJ Ryan, the goalkeeper. Beaten twice. Same as Clinton Hennessy. Beautifully taken here by Richie Hogan. And Richie Hogan fires it over the bar. That's some introduction. Remember, he got a goal and 10 in the league final against Tipperary, which was one of the games of the season, and couldn't get his place in the championship, starting 15 after it.
You can see here, Jerry, he brought it down to himself, brilliant touch, and over the bar, and he could have headed for the goals if he wanted.
4 points in a row now for Kilkenny. That's a great catch. That's brilliantly taken there by Kevin Moran. The De La Salle player was fouled by John Tennyson. Referee spotted that one. Not much doubt about it. Watch the swing across here with the stick. There you go. Owen Kelly. This to eat once again into Kilkenny's lead. He's got it. It's 2:17 to 2:12, and Dan Shanahan is replacing Seamus Prendergast. Dan Shanahan comes on to play for Waterford for the 48th time in the championship. A disappointed Seamus Prendergast going off. Shanahan's tally of scores is amazing, really. 20 goals and 53 points in his championship career. This is the day they need another goal or two. PJ Ryan pucking it out, straight down the middle. Racing in here. It's Hogan once again. The little pan pass to Reid. Oh, Oh, well blocked. Comes back out. Hogan again. And in the end, it's Tony Brown who gets it away for Waterford. The two substitutes for Kilkenny had a genuine goal chance that time. Michael Rice back in once again. Pressure again on the Waterford backs. That time it's magnificently caught in there by Aidan Carney. Linking up there with Noel Connors and the man from Passage. The young lad gets it away out into the middle where Michael Rice is there to hoover it up and immediately. Back down to Henry Shefflin. Henry fires it and Henry's put it over the bar. There is little or nothing this man can do wrong. It's a goal and 10.
Yeah, Joe, but Richie Hogan, since he came on, has been unbelievable. Brilliant catch there, a hand pass to the inside. Maybe could have tapped it over the bar himself. And Henry then with another great point.
This was the chance. That was well blocked down. Meanwhile, pressure is on the Kilkenny backs once again. And again it is Michael Kavanagh there, playing in his 11th semi-final in 12 years. Hand passing it out here towards Brian Hogan. Caught here in the middle of the park. Eddie Brennan. Down towards Henry Shefflin. Getting space, trying to get away from his man. And Henry Shefflin makes it look easy.
Well, that's another brilliant score, Ger. Brilliant ball by Michael Kavanagh, simple ball. But Eddie Brennan is doing what you should do on a very influential centre-back. He's drifting way away from him. A brilliant diagonal ball into Shefflin again and over the bar. A brilliant score. That's 1-11 from Shefflin now.
Brian Hogan under pressure here. Breaks down there as far as Mullane. Can he get going? Shoulder there by John Tennyson. Hefty shoulder. Helped out by Hogan with the clearance. Down there, once again here by Owen Murphy. Marvellous corner back for Waterford. Making headway up here as far as Owen Kelly near the sideline, having a crack. Great point. Brilliant score by Owen Kelly. One from play. 8 in all now.
I think Owen Kelly out in the wing. You need him out there. He's a great athlete. Covered 30-40 yards across the field and took that. And Owen Murphy having a great game again for Waterford. The cornerback set that up.
Owen Kelly trying to get it up onto his stick, but getting there first is the very busy Richie Hogan. He'd love to be in the championship team if they get to reach the final itself in September. Meanwhile, Owen Kelly looking for another one. Oh, comes down off the post towards Dan Shanahan, but he can't get. He does. Maurice Shanahan follows it up, and it's gone wide. Out for a 40, out for a 65. Wide off a Kilkenny stick. It was a goal chance.
Yeah, great reaction there from Big Dan. Somehow got his hand on the ball. They're not sure if he pulled it out of
Jersey. There was a jersey pull there as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Watch it there now. Good save. In fairness to TJ Ryan, he got down very quick and good save. Could have been the goal that we were waiting for.
There'll be still 7 minutes left to play. Perhaps another 2 onto that. He's dropping it in. He scored! It's gone all the way to the back of the net. As in the All-Ireland final, he's got a goal and 9. 4 points the margin. 2:21 for Kilkenny. 3:14 for Waterford. They're not finished yet. Bit by bit, Waterford have kept on plugging away. Breaks out here to John Tennyson. Slips it away beyond Jackie Tyrrell. Jamie Nagle was onto it inside towards Mullane. Trying to worm his way through the entire Kilkenny defence. Slipping it out here. What a great shot by Kelly. And what a great save to put it over the bar by PJ Ryan. One of the thrills of the game. That's 110 for Kelly.
An unbelievable strike there. John Mullane bottled up, looked like nothing, slipped a lovely hand pass out. And look at this for a first time pull by Owen Kelly. Brilliant skill, and what a save by PJ Ryan. And sometimes we talk about the Kilkenny goalies, but he certainly produced a brilliant save.
Then the referee blows the whistle, it's all over. And Kilkenny beat Waterford in the All-Ireland hurling semi-final and qualify for this year's final. And his team is on for the 4 in a row. Today was another great ding-dong battle. It's ended here with Kilkenny the victors. Kilkenny 2 goals and 23 points. Waterford 3 goals and 15.
Tipperary's progress towards an All-Ireland final hasn't been without its share of drama, but Liam Sheedy's men are one step from a first final in 8 years. On paper, they should be too strong for Limerick, who have done well to get this far. And let's not forget, it's only 2 years since Limerick beat Tip and then went on to spring one of the big All-Ireland semi-final surprises against Waterford. Underdogs, but with sharp teeth.
It's a very strong Tipperary team with that much sought-after cocktail of youth and experience. The latter is provided by 34-year-old goalkeeper Brendan Cummins, while the youthful exuberance is best illustrated by the presence of 18-year-old Noel McGrath, right corner forward. There's also 20-year-old wing-back Brendan Marr from Borrisalee, who's named in the starting 15 for the first time. His selection means Torrick Marr is transferred to full-back, Paul Kern is moved to the corner, with Conor O'Brien the player to lose out. The team captain is the centre-back from Newport in North Tipperary, Conor O'Mahony. The news from the Limerick dressing room is that Ollie Moran has been replaced at centre forward by his younger brother Niall. He broke his finger against Wexford but is now fully recovered. Star performer against Dublin, Gavin O'Mahony, is given a bit more freedom by being named at centre field, with Seamus Hickey now operating at 5. Andrew O'Shaughnessy needs to step up to the plate today as his county, led by captain Mark Foley, seek a place in the All-Ireland final 125 years after Cumann Lucas Gael was founded. Based on man-to-man analysis, Tipperary look to have the better hurlers, but will they win this semi-final? Tipperary haven't won an All-Ireland semi-final since 2001. Tipperary have lost the last 5 championship matches in Croke Park. Is it going to be different? Here we go. It's the All-Ireland hurling semi-final of 2009. Tipperary won the toss and decided to play towards Hill 16. That is from right to left. Pat Kerwick wears the traditional red helmet, picked up here, however, by Gavin O'Mahony, who's outstanding in the last match. There's a ball gone inside. Brendan Cummins has to come off his line quickly and deprive Paddy McNamara of early possession. Waiting for it is Brian Geary. He's hooked, but he manages to get as far as Gavin O'Mahony. Good calling by David Green. Over to the far side, Paddy McNamara just doesn't get a touch. This is a Thurles Sarsfield's man, Torrick Marr. All-Ireland minor medalists in 2006 and 2007. In fact, he won man of the match. Nice pick up by Seamus Hickey. Loses possession rather easily. Pat Kerwick. He's dispossessed by James Woodlock. Sending it in towards Owen Kelly. Lucy misses it. Here's Kelly. Faces the keeper. Tipperary goal. It's the very first time that Owen Kelly has ever scored a goal against Limerick in the championship. Made his debut 9 years ago, but Brian Murray had no chance of preventing a little bit of history. Gavin O'Mahony just bats it down for John O'Brien, who says, "Thank you very much indeed." In one way, you could say that while Tipperary have scored a goal and a point, they both come from errors. Seamus Hickey puts it into the corner. A little bit of calling going on as David Green says, "Leave it to me." He has a goal from just a few metres inside the sideline and he whips it over the bar. Limerick are on the scoreboard after 9 minutes of play. Cleared by Declan Fanning. Pat Kerwick in the centre of the field, unmarked momentarily, takes advantage of it and raises a white flag for the first time in this All-Ireland semi-final. This is dropping down towards Andrew O'Shaughnessy. Well gathered by Paddy Stapleton, another Borrisalee man. Celebrated his 24th birthday last Wednesday, and here comes Gavin O'Mahony. Great score. They're continuing to work hard, Limerick, despite that early Owen Kelly goal. Fine point here by Gavin O'Mahony. This time Brian Murray opts for a long ball. Great catch by Conor O'Mahony. Good calling by Pat Kerwick, but he just loses sight of the slipper momentarily. Seamus Hickey comes in to challenge. Kerwick did well to recover. Hit the shoulder from Foley. The Limerick people just love it when Mark Foley hits a good shoulder. On for his Lord Corbett. Down inside is Noel McGrath. Corbett's finding it difficult to control it, but steps onto the third and fourth gear. Seamus Callanan wants it. Down it's a goal! Noel McGrath gets the goal. They were queuing up for it. Callanan was there as well, but look at the way Corbett came in. The hand pass was perfect. There was Noel McGrath, and if he missed it, well, then Seamus Callan was waiting as well.
And that's the value of having players like McGrath and Callan. They ran 35 metres to get in there for Lark Corbett, and a simple execution there by McGrath.
Seamus Hickey backfires Damien Rail. Keeping it in is John O'Brien. Mark Foley. Under pressure from Pat Kerwick. Bearing down on goal. Will he go for it? Good save. No, it's in! Pat Kerwick scores Tipperary's third goal. It looked like Brian Murray had this one saved, but it skidded on the surface past the Limerick keeper.
Well, it came initially from a mistake by Mark Foley. Cross ball by John O'Brien. He failed to hold it, and Kerwick came onto it and, you know, shot it along the ground. That Murray will be a bit disappointed. It was a fast shot, but he'll feel that it went under his body.
James Woodlock helping out his defence momentarily, but they're not under any great threat, I have to admit. Noel McGrath over towards Seamus Callanan. Lark Corbett has gone inside, but Callanan puts his name on the score sheet for the first time. And surprisingly enough, as we head towards a half an hour of action, the only player in the Tipperary attack that hasn't scored is one Lark Corbett. Runs it on for Seamus Callanan, turns onto his left, and that is how you score in Croke Park. Second point for Seamus Callanan.
Yeah, trademark Callanan scores, and ball put in front of him, run onto it, and then with his pace, and just a twist away from the defenders, and a fine score.
Nice work again by Tipperary, sending it in low. Noel McGrath looking around at options, gives it back across for Kerwick. I told you about McGrath and Kerwick. There's an understanding between them. You can be a creator and a finisher. Take your options. Kerwick and McGrath can do both. Previously, we saw Pat Kerwick creating the opportunity for Noel McGrath. This time, it was to return the compliment. Stephen Lucy goes for the long ball. Down for his David Breen. Well blocked. Here's Andrew Shaughnessy bearing down on goal. And the referee has blown his whistle and he's giving a penalty. Tipperary players are protesting.
Well, I'd like to see that one again, Marty.
So would I. Was this a penalty?
Well, I don't think so, Marty. I mean, you know, if it was a draw match, I think that the Tip defence will be up in arms.
Brian Murray has come up from the goals. Remember, he did this already in a penalty against Dublin in the quarter-final, and he scored in Semple Stadium. He now has to do it in Croke Park. Has to go for goal! Brian Murray scores the penalty and gives Limerick fans a new lease of life. And perhaps the confidence can be restored. But it's a long, long journey back, not just for Brian Murray back to his goal down at the Davin end, but more importantly on the scoreboard. Batted down by Fanning. Picked up by James O'Brien. Available to his right is Gavin O'Mahony. A little bit of space. Over the far side is Brian O'Sullivan. Limerick need goals. He's going to go for it. Drives it in and he finds it! It's a start. It's a beginning for Limerick. Donal O'Grady feeding Brian O'Sullivan. He had a crack and it just sneaked past Brendan Cummins.
Yeah, he may have been, you know, Podimar may have been in his line of sight there, and he saw it late, but lovely little grass colour right into the corner.
Great catch by Noel McGrath. Gives it inside. Lark Corbett's first score. Brilliant goal. We had to wait for 56 minutes for Corbett to score, but it's a thing of beauty. Set up by Noel McGrath. It's 1-against-1 here, and Murray had no chance.
Yeah, great to see it from up here, Marty, because the minute Noel McGrath caught it, now Corbett made a run and gave him a little nod. He knew where he wanted it and struck it beautifully into the corner, and that takes all the momentum away from Limerick now.
Seamus Hickey. Long ball sent in by Ollie Moran, but they're getting little change. Few breaks. Mike O'Brien maybe can make a difference. Stopped in his path, he's already won a free. Tipperary lads say, why was that given? And the free quickly taken and given away. Declan Fanning drops it down towards Noel McGrath and Owen Kelly. Lovely stick work by McGrath. That's magnificent play. He's only 18, he won't be 19 until December 17th. Made his championship debut this season, but just watch the stick work. Beautiful. Took it off the Limerick man and put it over the bar.
Yeah, no time, just tapped it back, and that score came from, you know, the giveaway free up here that Limerick should have scored, and you know, that's so destroying for the management and defenders.
James Woodlock. Brendan Maher is beside him. The referee felt he was being fouled, so that's going to be a free for the Tipperary number 8. Justin McCarthy, since he got involved back with Clare in 1977, has managed teams against Tipperary 7 times and won 6. I'm afraid today will not be one he will want to remember. This is a dropping ball towards Noel McGrath. Mark O'Riordan, McGrath gathers it, Lark Corbett, goal number 2. You can see why he was top scorer in the championship for Tipperary. Held scoreless till the 55th minute. Here's Noel McGrath. Second time he's created an opportunity for Corbett, and Brian Murray left stranded.
Yeah, but again, it came from the initial mistake by Mark O'Riordan. Failed to hold the ball. It was, you know, McGrath didn't even contest it with him and just picked up the break. Simple score for Lar.
Mark O'Riordan, but it's McGrath that has it. Lays it off quickly. Ball gone inside to Seamus Callanan. More trouble for Limerick. There's a chance here. Here's Lark Corbett. Here's the hat-trick. 3 goals and a point. Thank you very much, says Lark. This is becoming embarrassing for Limerick. Joyful for Tipperary. But look at the stick work, look at the understanding, and look at the finish. And the referee, Brian Gavin, brings to an end the nightmare for the Shannonsiders. It's Tipperary against Kilkenny in the All-Ireland final. Well, the teams, as you can see, they go into battle and then they shake hands. Neighbours, not alone indeed neighbouring county, but indeed friends as well. It's part of the game of hurling. But it's Tipperary against Kilkenny on the first Sunday in September. We look forward to that on the 6th of September 2009. Full-time score in this second All-Ireland hurling semi-final. Tipperary, 6 goals and 19 points. Limerick, 2-7.
The pairing that everyone has been waiting for since they both contested the league final in May, but this is their first All-Ireland meeting in 18 years. A long-standing and at times in the past poisonous rivalry means there is no county in the country against whom Kilkenny would rather win a 4th successive All-Ireland, and no county that would take greater pleasure in denying them. It couldn't be poised better, and it doesn't disappoint.
Kilkenny surprised some when they announced their team on Friday night. Derek Ling has been recalled to midfield and Richie Hogan given a first All-Ireland final start at wing forward. All of which means demotion for Cha Fitzpatrick and Martin Comerford. Joining them on the bench is Noel Hickey as the Cats opt for JJ Delaney at full-back and John Tennyson at wing half. The side is captained by Henry Shefflin, who like 3 other squad members is bidding for his 7th All-Ireland medal. However, it's the same again for Tipperary, with 3 of today's starters playing in a second All-Ireland final. Goalkeeper Brendan Cummins starred in 2001 against Galway, as did Owen Kelly and Lark Corbett. And while Cummins is the oldest playing in this final at 34, the youngest is 18-year-old Noel McGrath, picked at right corner forward. Tipperary have a couple of 20-year-olds among the backs, Pádraig Maher at number 3, and the unrelated Brendan Maher at left half-back. It's the final most people have wanted to see for the past couple of years. Tip have certainly longed for it, and now Kilkenny have the chance. to complete their absolute domination. Lark Corbett has gone to left half forward as the All-Ireland final gets underway, and it is Kilkenny from left to right. Whatever light breeze there is in the first half is back in Kilkenny. Straight away the pressure here on Jackie Tyrrell, but he gets in a very good clearance, a huge one down. Pressure immediately on the Tipperary full back line, a little fumble back there, but they managed to get that ball, Paul Curran in particular, and that's going to be a free out for Tipperary. Nervous, anxious seconds in the opening moments of this All-Ireland final. Nice ball in there towards Henry Shefflin, looking for the opening score of the match, trying to set something up for his other forwards. Out there came Richie Hogan, couldn't quite get it up, and there was a chop down on this occasion, which is penalised by the referee. Very demonstrative in the way in which he made the call that time, Diarmuid Kerwin. And a chance for Kilkenny then to get their first point of the match, just to ease themselves into this game. Perhaps reinforce the fact that they are playing in a huge game, as Henry Shefflin puts that one over the bar. Such a good free taker, but that was a relatively easy one to start with. Diagonal ball across here, the one that caused problems, and it's going to cause problems again. What a very good save by Brendan Cummins. It was there for Henry Shefflin to take, and the goalkeeper got down to deny the Ballyhale Shamrocks player.
Watch what he did. He stayed on his feet. He didn't panic when Shefflin got through. He stayed on his feet till the last minute and went down and made a good save off his left side.
Back in the centre here is James Woodlock. Driving it down, Kavanagh under pressure there with Noel McGrath. In comes Lark Corbett. Lark 45 metres out, hits the shot and he puts it over the bar. First of the day for Lark Corbett. It's Eddie Brennan having a go. It's going to drop short into the arms there of Brendan Cummins. Cummins getting away from Aidan Fogarty to his centre half back, who's Conor O'Mahony. Henry Shefflin's after him, trying to hook him, does well. Into the middle of the park, stopped there by Michael Rice. On as far as Owen Larkin. Larkin has a go and Larkin puts it over the bar.
And you see again, Joe, what Henry Shefflin brings to the team. That's what separates him from all the players. The work rate and his hunger is unbelievable. He ran 50 yards there to hook Conor O'Mahony and Owen Larkin an easy score.
Pressure on Tipperary's backline once more. Richie Power trying to impress. Out comes Brendan Maher once again. And certainly the questions you might ask beforehand about the two Mahers at the back, they've been answered, the questions, because they've done well. Out as far as Lark Corbett. Lark Corbett's got one already, and Lark Corbett's got a second. Great point. Wonderful score by Lark, and the teams are level once again, level for the third time. John O'Brien under it with Henry Shefflin of Kilkenny, who did enough on it to get it back to Michael Rice, who provides the ball inside. This time it's Richie Power trying to pick it up. There too is Aidan Fogarty, the corner forward. Tipped there in numbers with Brent Porrick Maher, and helped out here by Declan Fanning in the green helmet. Gets it away towards Lark Corbett. Lark chasing after this one, taking it down that wing. They're all after him. Richie Power's after him. Can't get to him. Lark strikes, and Lark hits an absolute beauty. A third for Lark Corbett. 3 shots at the target, 3 points, and Tipperary lead the match by 2. It's Tipperary 10, Kilkenny 8. Lark Corbett, they were saying beforehand, is he in form? Will he deliver? He certainly delivered a wonderful first half. Tipperary have done well in this first half. They have battled hard with Kilkenny, the champions of the last 3 years. But the champions have so much class, so much skill all over the park. And they've got Larkin now to try and break through the half-back line. Out towards Eddie Brennan it comes. Brennan going for the target, and Brennan puts it straight between the sticks. It's 3 for Eddie Brennan. It's 10 for Kilkenny. 10 points apiece. Close to half-time. This time it's Pat Kerwick who gets there, does well, but then it came out to Woodlock who couldn't take it. Michael Kavanagh could. Eddie Brennan struggling to contain it, back towards Woodlock once more. Woodlock going through. Out there as far as Owen Kelly, under pressure. What a shot! What a point! What a player! 8 points for Owen Kelly. Richie Hogan in there, didn't quite handle it, but it comes instead to Richie Power, who is immediately behind him and anticipating. Declan Fanning now chasing after it. Power's after it again. Hasn't scored so far. He'd love a point. And that's beautifully put over the bar. Richie Power's first. He's injured his hand as well, bravely carrying it through there. Only 23 years of age. Well, he's a young player who'd only just started primary school when these counties met in the last final. His dad was playing in that. Kicked forward by Shane McGrath. In there towards Noel McGrath. They'll be hoping to get more from him or from Kerwick. Here's Kerwick's got a lot of pace. Cleverly playing it inside to Calnan. Goal chance!
Oh, save, a brilliant save.
What a save. An amazing stop by PJ Ryan. Top drawer. Seamus Calnan had the goal at his mercy. Worth looking at again. It was a clever ball in by Pat Kerwick into Callanan. Should have scored, but for the intervention of the marvellous PJ Ryan. 5.5 minutes into the second half. Paddy Stapleton back there. They're still trailing. Out by Conor O'Mahony. Poor ball. Dropped there by Tommy Welsh, who was absolutely word and foot perfect in the first half. This time support coming from John Tennyson. Oh, they've given it away again. And an opportunity for Tipperary to put it over the bar. 2 in a row for Seamus Callanan. The drum and inch player really comes alive in the second half. Well, that time it was gifted to him anyway, but his shooting was unerring. Good ball as far as Callanan, fumbling, holding on to it, however. Again, support arriving here. That time, Shane McGrath over his left shoulder, hitting, hoping, watching it drop over the bar. Shane McGrath from midfield gets his first, and it's Tipperary who are back in front in the All-Ireland final once again. Over the head of Noel McGrath. Coming to take it here is Larkhor with 3 points in the first half. Back in again! That's wide. It was a glorious chance. Owen Kelly.
And he saved again, Ger. But really, Owen Kelly, normally 9 times out of 10, that's in the back of the net. And really, Tipperary are leaving Kilkenny in this game now. They should have 2 goals scored. Brilliant pass by Corbett. And Owen had more time. I think he had more time than he thought.
It really was a superb save. Absolutely brilliant. Quite amazing that we haven't had any goals in this final so far. Owen Kelly's come out to take it. So now, has he the range? Has he got the direction? Has he the accuracy? The answer to all 3 questions, yes. 9 for Kelly, 15 for Tip. They lead by 1. Marvellous All-Ireland hurling final. We're in the 17th minute of the second half. Larkhor from a huge distance. He can do little wrong this afternoon. He's on a roving commission way out the field. 3 points in the first half. Make it now 4. And it's 17 points to 15. 4 shots. 4 points from Lar. Through the middle, the puck out comes. Picked up here in the centre by the racing Eddie Brennan. 3 points in the first half was his tally. Needs assistance. Into the centre here to Michael Fennelly. Fennelly striking from 45 metres out and wanting to lay down a marker immediately. Good score. That's 1 back.
Yeah, that was great play by Eddie Brennan, but you notice he was covered by the 3 Tipperary players, and Shane McGrath's pace came into play there, and he had to play it back outside. He did very well.
Martin Comerford will be coming in, it seems, very shortly. A short puck out here as far as Brendan Maher. From left half back, it's cut out across over there and delivered back down into the danger area towards TJ Reid. Well, can he exert the same kind of influence? You might remember back to 2007, by the way. Richie Park came on as a sub then as well. He also got 4 points in that final. The line ball to be taken by Brendan Maher from Borrisoleigh. Catches it really well. It flies through the air into the half forward. That was a wild swipe there. And the referee is going to take action against Benny Dunn, I think. Benny, very definitely the guilty party.
The greatest of credit to Tommy Walsh. He's straight back up on his feet. I think a lot of other players would have stayed down, but it's still a red card, John.
It's a red card. Tipperary lose their substitute, Benny Dunn. Henry Shefflin hitting this one from the free and putting it over the bar. It's a magnificent shot by Henry Shefflin from such a huge distance. 7 points for Shefflin. Watch this again.
Pulled straight across. Oh, very dangerous. Straight into the face. I think Tommy Walsh just showed, if anyone wanted the toughness that we just got, he went down, got straight back up on his feet, didn't in any way try to get the player sent off, but he had to go for that.
That's back out as far as Brendan Maher from the puck out. Now Tipperary really have it all to do, and it's going to be a free in. That time Owen Kelly fouled. Free in for Owen Kelly, a chance for him to get his 11th point in this final. Owen Kelly to strike this.
He's going to go for the goal, I think.
Okay, Mystic Meg Duignan's at it again. It's slightly at an angle. It's not absolutely central. It's saved. And once again, PJ Ryan makes a magnificent stop. Okay, he had support behind him and he went for it, but it was a good save. 3 saves in the second half now by PJ Ryan. First class each one of them, and it remains at 17 points apiece. So, from the 65, centrally positioned, straight over. It's Tipperary 18, it's Kilkenny 17. PJ Ryan ready to take this, the 32-year-old goalkeeper. Oh, a slip by Conor O'Mahony. Here's an opportunity. Fed inside there, in for power, trying to get away from the attentions of a couple of players, one of them Paul Curran, and it's a penalty. And they go out straight away to remonstrate with referee Diarmuid Kerwin. That was interesting. Where did that happen?
Here's coming for through now. Passed the ball a little bit early, I thought. This Power is held up there. Not a whole lot wrong with that. Hurling over the neck.
Oh, he just about made the large square eventually.
Yeah, but you'd even doubt was it a free, you know.
Well, it is a penalty, and it's Henry Shefflin who's going to take it. There are 3 on the goal line. Pádraig Maher, Brendan Commons is there as well, and also Conor O'Mahony. Commons is ready. Shefflin is as well. He's got 8 points so far. They need it. It's in the back of the net. Henry Shefflin cracks in his 22nd ever championship goal, and it's 119 to 21 points. 22-21. The goal coming in the 63rd minute.
Yeah, an absolute rocket from Shefflin. Straight over the head of Pádraig Maher, and no, there's no saving in that.
It'll be a big talking point, however, the award of the penalty. Now, will that energise Kilkenny, who were giving second best, but were never prepared to give way completely to Tipperary? Back come the team looking for 4 in a row. Back comes Owen Larkin. 1 point so far. In for Comerford. It's in the back of the net. 2 in a row. The game has turned around, and the substitute Martin Comerford scores in the 64th minute. It's 2 goals, 1 from a penalty, 1 from play in the space of 60 seconds, and it has turned around the 2009 All-Ireland Hurling Final, and Kilkenny feel they're on their way to victory. Dropped there by Declan Fanning, collected here by Owen Larkin. We're into stoppage time. 1 minute and 40 seconds still to be played. Larkin dancing away from the challenge of Paddy Stapleton and driving it over the bar. 2 for Owen Larkin in this final. Another for Kilkenny. They stretch the lead to 4 points. It's 2:21 to 23 points. And we're in the 71st minute.
It's another brilliant score by Larkin, you know, at this stage of the game, to have that type of pace and power. Unbelievable.
This time it's John Tennyson, another man with a red helmet on the half back line, getting it out there as far as TJ Reid. Huge one back down towards Eddie Brennan. Batted out there by Pádraig Maher, the fullback for Tipperary, has played his heart out. Looks to be tiring, however. This time it's collected by Richie Power, and Kilkenny have time. They have the lead. They have the ball as well to Owen Larkin, and they have a point. And Larkin's got a third. And surely now, that's a winning score. Surely now, the champions of the last 3 years are not going to be denied by a late goal by Tipperary. Tip will believe there is still some hope if they can get a goal. But they need more than a goal at this stage. They're behind by 5 points. They need 2. They have possession. Pádraig Maher. The 2 minutes have almost now been played by match referee Diarmuid Kerwin. That bounces back out here again towards McGrath. Comes back once again, and it's collected by Tommy Welsh. Tommy Welsh has the ball. Kilkenny have the trophy. It's Kilkenny who are the All-Ireland champions for 2009. They are the first team to do 4 in a row since the 1940s. They've come from a position where they look to be a losing team at the early stages of the second half. But Brian Cody's team had character. They had key players in key areas. They had leaders all over the field. They'd shown us what marvellous hurlers they are. Tipperary, to give them their due, gave it everything they had. I've no doubt in my mind there's an All-Ireland in this Tipperary team. The tears are falling from young eyes at this stage, Tipperary eyes, but Tipperary can be proud because they put it up to the Cats this afternoon, and we had a memorable final at Croke Park. GA President Christy Cooney then handing over the Liam McCarthy Cup, and it's to Michael Fennelly and Kilkenny, the champions once again. It's the 4 in a row.
It gives me great honour and privilege to lift the Liam McCarthy Cup for a 4th year in a row on behalf of this superb and most talented Kilkenny team and management. I'd like to thank Tipperary. I know, lads, you'll be disappointed, but the last 2 years, lads, have been supreme for yourselves. Lads, I have no doubt, over the next 5 years, you'll be the top contenders for this Liam McCarthy Cup. We done the 3 in a row in 2008.
The final score is Kilkenny 2 goals and 22 points. Tipperary 23 points.
What a final, and Kilkenny have now joined the great Cork team of the 1940s to claim the much coveted 4 in a row, and in the GAA's 125th year, a Kilkenny win seems appropriate. There seems no stopping Brian Cody and his men, but in 2010, expect Cork to be better organised, Tipperary more experienced, and counties like Dublin, Waterford, Clare, Wexford and Galway waiting in the wings. Can the Cats do the impossible and go for 5 in a row? See you back here in Croke Park, September 2010 to find out.
Here is Shane Murphy. Lays it off as Cadigan. Lark Corbett getting it inside. There's a chance here for Tipperary! Wonderful goal. This is a ball that should have been cleared. But when the ball came in to Callanan, there was no stopping it. Not even the great Dunlug.
Back up towards Canning again. Off he goes. Really dangerous. What a shot! It's the perfect start. A goal and 2 points for Joe Canning. And not even 5 minutes gone. Terrific score, wonderful skill, he's got marvellous pace, and there was nothing JJ Delaney could do about it. 1-2 to a point. Michael Rice ready to knock it forward again beyond Richie Power. One to run after. Shane Cabinet to try and get goal side and get tight of him. Great run. Power looking for more. Isolating Eddie Brennan. Corner of the net. In 2 minutes, they turn it around completely. And Eddie Brennan, the goal king, in the 30th minute, gets his first score in this match and scores his 23rd goal ever in Championship hurling. The pass by Power and a brilliant finish by Fast Eddie. Superb. 2-6 to 1-7. Here's Johnny McCaffrey coming across here, running into traffic, belted away by Donald O'Grady, in there towards Paddy McNamara, doing well. Big Paddy McNamara, kicking it into the back of the net. And Limerick's first goal comes in the 15th minute. A breakaway attack, and Paddy McNamara gets his first ever championship goal and makes it 1-5 to 1-3, and Tomas Brady beaten this time by the towering figure of Paddy McNamara. Only 2 between them.
Well picked up by Aidan Carney. He's going for distance. He's dropping it in towards Dan Shanahan. Needs to win it again, and he has it again. Getting inside the cover. Surely that's a free. Referee says no, the ball is pulled on! And Waterford are back in the quarter-final. Created by Dan Shanahan and finished by Shane Walsh. Super Sop has produced the goods. In fact, two of them. Shanahan to Walsh, and he cracked it past Colm Callanan. 1 point between the teams.
And Kilkenny launch another attack. That's an overhit hand pass here, however. And Brick Walsh, solid as you like, inside towards Kevin Moran. Scored 2 points against Galway. Did well, doing well here. Has a support player. That support player is Shane Walsh. Back of the net! 2 goals in 2 games for Shane Walsh. 5 minutes are gone. That's the tonic Waterford were looking for, and credit Kevin Moran cutting right through the heart of that Kilkenny defence. Great finish by Shane Walsh.
Yeah, Gerard, and that's where Kilkenny can be exposed when you run at them. Kevin Moran showed great pace there. He's really making a name for himself as a wing forward.
There'll be still 7 minutes left to play. Perhaps another 2 onto that. He's dropping it in. He scored! It's gone all the way to the back of the net. As in the All-Ireland final, he's got a goal and 9. 4 points the margin. 2:21 for Kilkenny, 3:14 for Waterford. They're not finished yet. Bit by bit, Waterford have kept on plugging away.
Great catch by Noel McGrath. Gives it inside. Laura Corbett's first score. Brilliant goal. We had to wait for 56 minutes for Corbett to score, but it's a thing of beauty. Set up by Noel McGrath. It's 1 against 1 here, and Murray had no chance.
Yeah, great to see it from up here, Marty, because the minute Noel McGrath caught it, now Corbett made a run and gave him a little nod. He knew where he wanted it and struck it beautifully into the corner, and that takes all the momentum away from Limerick now.
Ball gone inside to Seamus Callanan. More trouble for Limerick. There's a chance here. Here's Laura Corbett. Here's the hat-trick. 3 goals and a point. Thank you very much, says Laura. This is becoming embarrassing for Limerick. Joyful for Tipperary. But look at the stick work, look at the understanding, and look at the finish.
Now will that energise Kilkenny, who were giving second best but were never prepared to give way completely to Tipperary. Back come the team looking for 4 in a row. Back comes Owen Larkin. 1 point so far. In for Comerford. It's in the back of the net. 2 in a row. The game has turned around, and the substitute Martin Comerford scores in the 64th minute. It's 2 goals, 1 from a penalty, 1 from play in the space of 60 seconds, and it has turned around the 2009 All-Ireland Hurling final.